Hello, welcome to the Daily Devotion. I'm Kathy Morris, pastor of the Dixon United Methodist Church. Dietrich Bonhoeffer was one of the most admired Christians of the 20th century. He was a Lutheran pastor in Germany in the 1930s. He was a part of a group of Christians who publicly opposed the Nazis. As a result of this, he was prohibited from teaching and he was banned from Berlin. Bonhoeffer was arrested in 1943 and hanged by the Gestapo in 1945, just shortly before the defeat of the Germans. His book, The Cost of Discipleship, is a powerful exploration of what it means to be a follower of Jesus in a very broken world. Bonhoeffer's faith and his commitment were not the product of his own hard work. Instead, he really relied upon God as he developed a deep life of spiritual nurture through prayer. Bonhoeffer wrote this about prayer: real silence, real stillness, really holding one's tongue comes only as a sober consequence of spiritual stillness. Learning to be still in the presence of God, the ability to know when to speak and when to listen, truly comes out of that practice, that spiritual practice of being still in God's presence. Our Bible reading for today comes from the New Testament, from the book of James. I'm reading chapter 1, verses 19 through 21, and I'm reading from the Common English Bible. Know this, my dear brothers and sisters, everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to grow angry. This is because an angry person doesn't produce God's righteousness. Therefore, with humility, set aside all moral filth and the growth of wickedness, and welcome the word planted deep inside you, the very word that is able to save you. Be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to anger. Our anger does not produce God's righteousness. Dietrich Bonhoeffer listened to God first, and having listened to God, he then spoke, and his words produced God's righteousness as they gave witness to God's love and justice. In your prayer time today, I invite you to sit and to place your hand over your mouth, and then as you are holding your hand over your mouth, silently to yourself, say the words, Lord, speak, for your servant is listening. Lord, speak, for your servant is listening. Then just take about 5 minutes doing that and wait to see what happens, for indeed you may hear that precious word that God is giving to you as a gift today.